Hello, everyone. Welcome to Passion Theory, where I share with you all of my different passions. One of my passions that I have happens to be thrifting and reselling. So I will go through this thrift haul and show you everything I found and what I intend to do with it and how much I intend to make on it or think I can make on it. And later, when I've sold some things, I'll show you some weekly updates on what I sold, and hopefully these will be on there. So let's get started. The first thing I have here is called Pioneers of the Wild West Highlights of History Series, Historical Pictures by J. Carroll Mansfield. Oh, for juveniles and adults. This book cost me $3. It has some writing in it from the original owners. And if you look here, this was made in 1933. And it's very reminiscent of a comic book, but it's historical. If this book doesn't sell, I'm going to probably donate it to a museum that deals with racial issues and such, because this book is extremely insulting to First Nations peoples and calls them lots of slurs and talks about how vicious and ungodly they are. And of course, the innocent white people did nothing to deserve any of this treatment. But it is a very good look at what was actually being taught and propagated in schools in the 1930s. Here's a good example of this right here. His humanitarianism, because, you know, he was a white colonizer, it was unappreciated and misunderstood. And as soon as he relaxed his vigilance, oh, here comes the First Nations people coming and waylaying trappers who are stealing from their land. And then, oh, look, he didn't teach them a lesson that they would remember. And I'm not going to say this word here, but yeah, it is a very good look at history from the 1930s, so I think it does have historical value. It is incredibly racist. This book, in the condition it's in, it does have some issues. Will probably sell from, I'd say, $15 to $30. We'll see. And as to why I would sell something like this in the first place, because I know some people ask, well, if you know it has racist connotations in it, why would you sell it? And that is because it is a part of history, and it's something we need to learn and not forget that this is how history was taught for so long. And it's a good example of the winners writing history, and you should not forget these things. It is also a very nicely done book, and it can be used to teach differences and as just a piece of history. So the second thing I got here is a frosted paperweight, egg-shaped. Has dolphins, it's art glass. Really pretty swirly thing in the background. These bubbles here, you can tell it's not the best quality, and it's got lots of chips. I imagine this is probably only going to sell for 10 to 15, but I like having glass paperweights in my store. It just generates a lot of views, and as long as I'm making a profit on it, it's fine, even if it's a small one. So this glass I bought for $1, and one of the things I do is I do a monthly subscription box that is for pagans and witches and people who practice spell work and magic and things of that nature. And I'm going to put this as a goblet in one of those. They're curated by me based on the person's individual tastes and interests. So let's say the person's favorite color was black, then I might put this in. Or they had a deity that was particularly fond of the color black, or they were into ancestor and death work. So some of the things I get for those. So yeah, that's where this will go. And the same with this blue goblet. I got this one for $2. And this one's actually really pretty. My son has claimed this one, though. He's 9, and he thinks that it's very, very fancy, and he would like to be a pirate and drink out of it. So I guess he's going to keep that for a while. I did have another goblet, but it actually went out in a witchy box. It was short and a dark olive green, and it was hand blown and had controlled bubbles on the inside. It was definitely not professionally made, but it was very nice. I got it for $3. And somebody whose witchy box I sent out, the post office, decided to smash their box, and it broke their goblet, even though it was very nicely packaged. So I had to replace their goblet, and I grabbed these 3 and took a picture and had them choose what they would like as their replacement, and they took that one. So that one is not here to show. This is a small little wooden cat. I find that cats do really well for me, and so do wood carved and painted pieces in kind of this folk art style. It's very, very light. Looks like you can hang it as an ornament if you want to. And this was $1. And this will either, if this does not sell separately, hello, there's my cat, one of my cats. If this doesn't sell by itself, then I will put it in a witchy box of somebody who likes cats, probably around Yule or Christmas, depending on what they worship. Not worship, what they celebrate, because it can be used as an ornament. But I would imagine that I could get 10 to 20 for this little guy. Kind of looks like he's wearing like a cowboy hat, but it's not. It's just his fluff. Hang on, I need to remove a cat from my filming space. All right, one pest removal service later. This is a handmade small little clam, and if you can see in there, I don't know if it'll... See, he has 2 little eyes, and then he has this little tongue sticking out. And I just thought that was so cute. There we go. And it's signed on the bottom. I have not looked up this artist yet. This was $2, and even with, if the artist is a good artist, then this price will go up. But if this is just an everyday person just playing around with their own stuff, and they're not like famous or anything, then this, I would imagine, would sell from anywhere from $12 to $20. So these are super cool. I paid $2 each for them, not for the pair. I hate it when you have salt and pepper shakers and they price them each. But these are handmade art glass. These holes were drilled in after they made them, but it was definitely blown. They are cork bottom kind. And I need to clean this one out a little bit, but they are just so cool. I can't find anything like this when I'm doing my research at all. So I'm thinking this was something someone made, like more of a small artisan. I may keep these because this very much fits my aesthetics. I like earth tones. I like unique things. Oh, I hear my cat again. Hello. Kali, please. I am trying to do a thing. Yes, go stand in the window. yeah, I just love these. If I was going to sell them, I would sell them from probably, honestly, $40 to $60. And that's because I can't find anything on them. They're definitely handmade. I have no clue how old they are. They could be modern and somebody just made them cork bottom because it was easier, or they could be much older than that. I don't know. But I will not part with them for less than $40 to $60 because I want to keep them. If I find anything I want to keep, then I think, how much will it take, for me to get rid of this item? And that's what I'm going to take for it, and nothing less than that. I had this problem. I bought a very nice vintage book that had a Art Nouveau cover on it. It was like white with a beautiful rose pattern, and I was going to keep it and strip it down, and because the book itself didn't interest me. And it was a common book, just I couldn't find any in that cover. So I got it for $5, and I was just going to strip it down and turn it into like a journal or something like that, or an art book or something, or just leave it as for decor. And I was like, well, if somebody's willing to pay $50 or more for this, then I will sell it to them. So I put it up for that price, and I figure anything I want to keep, I put up at the price I'm willing to take for it for a year. And if it doesn't sell, that means I was meant to keep it. Yeah, it sold within 2 months for $50. So, I mean, I paid $5 for it. I got $50 for it. I sent it off. Was I a little sad? Yes, but since I got what I was willing to let it go for, I was happy, So I'm going to put these for 40 to 60 because that's what I'm willing to let these go for. And if they're up for a year and they don't sell for that, I'm going to keep them, and they're going to go in my kitchen, and I probably won't put salt and pepper in them because I already have salt and pepper shakers. But here's the thing. You can use quote unquote salt and pepper shakers for lots of things. Like, you can put them by your coffee and put cinnamon and nutmeg in them. All sorts of stuff. So I will find something to do with these. That's probably what I'm going to do. These are probably going to be my coffee spice moderators. Fall season, I might put like pumpkin spice in one, and then just plain cinnamon in the other, or something. I don't know yet, but I'm going to try to keep these, but we'll see. We'll see what the Resell spirits decide.